This is All Ears with JP Finlay.
I've dreamt of moments like this to be able to play in front of my family back in my hometown. Here or wherever else I was blessed enough to get drafted to. So for my first return game back to be at home, it means a lot.
Sure does, Jaden. It sure does. What Washington showed was guts in Los Angeles. This is a team that has struggled on the road, got out to an early hole, but they came all the way back. What up, everybody? We are live outside of SoFi Stadium in L.A. and Washington. Listen, they started 0-2 on the road, and early on in this thing looked like it might be 0-3, but they turned it around. Shows a lot about the character Dan Quinn is building inside of that locker room, and it shows a lot about Jayden Daniels and what his presence on the field means to these Washington Commanders. Jayden talked all week how much it was going to mean to him as a professional to play in Southern California, and boy, did he deliver on Sunday in a game Washington really had to win to kind of keep track in the NFC playoff picture. Let's get to it. It was a really fun afternoon in L.A. First, you see Jayden and his mom, Regina, saying hello before the game. He had a lot of friends and family here. Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert, this is early, showing the legs. It was 3rd and 2, and Herbert goes for 41. He's always been a good runner, and it hurt them today. Now, later in the drive, it was all L.A. early. Herbert, Ladd McConkey for the touchdown. The Chargers take a 10-0 lead after the first quarter. Looks like doomsday, only that changes. Check this out. Justin Herbert goes to Quentin Johnston. Boom. Quan Martin on the ball. Just an absolutely huge play for this team. Shifts the momentum. Defense gets the turnover. Then on the next Commanders drive, a big play here. 3rd and 16. Jaden Daniels finds rookie Jalen Lane, keeping that drive alive. Big day for the rookies. What about the running back, Bill? Jacory Croskey-Merritt goes 15 for the score. Really big day for Bill in Los Angeles. Great run there. You can tell the boys are getting fired up as the momentum is shifted. Time to break out a dance move or two. I don't have that move. How about this? Don't do this to the people's punter. That is roughing the kicker. You're not allowed to do that. Tressway gets hammered in the end zone. Now, Ladd McConkey, very impressive on the return here. 57-yard return for a touchdown, except you cheated, Los Angeles. That doesn't count. Commanders get the ball back because of the penalty. Tress, man, takes a licking but keeps on ticking. On the next play, Jayden Daniels goes deep. That's Luke McCaffrey way down there. 50-yard hookup between the receiver and the quarterback. Beautiful ball, great catch from Luke. Commanders go on to get a field goal there, tied at halftime. Start of the third quarter. Bill, one more time. Say it loud for the people in the back. More dance moves. Jacory Croskey-Merritt has his first 100-yard rushing game. Goes for 111 on the ground, adds a few catches for 39 yards through the air. Now we're in the fourth quarter, and Mikey Samerstill, huge play at the goal line, grabs the interception. Remember, earlier in this game, Samerstill had a huge blunder with a false offsides on a field goal attempt. And then the icing on the cake, Jayden finds Deebo Samuel. They close this thing out. That was a 99-yard drive, 6.5 minutes to close it out. Commanders score 27 straight to win 27-10, pick up their first road win of the year, their first comeback win of the year. And afterwards, it was all smiles, especially for the SoCal kid, Jayden Daniels.
Really just getting things started, man. Talk about momentum. Don't know where the play gonna come from. Somebody just got to change the game, and I had the opportunity to make a play, and I did. And I think we just rode off that momentum for the whole game.
We did have a different vibe about us of coming on the road, to have the energy we wanted to make our plays. It didn't quite start like we want. Then we kind of settled in. I felt like after that, but I thought the turnover was the big shift in the game.
I was in my zone, just playing off of Herbert's eyes, just seeing where he was. And I honestly, without the tip or not, I think he was going to throw it right to me just based off of where he was looking. Everybody was where we were supposed to be with communicating. And, tips and overthrows, got to get those. Johnny made a good play. He tipped it, and I was where I was supposed to be, was able to come up with the interception.
We
understood that, like, turning the ball over and getting them back to offense, we know they're going to get rolling. We're not worried about that. And so what we did, right, is just like the whole thing shifted.
We need to turn over, and that's going to change the momentum of the game, and then having the ball back to our offense. So, you know, it was emphasized all week, and, you know, the guys came out with 2. And, you know, I'm as a defense, we're happy with that.
And how about another player that's never had it the easy way? That's Jacory Croskey-Merritt, a.k.a. Bill. The rookie running back finally was featured heavily in the run game, and man, did he deliver. His first ever 100-yard game in the NFL.
He electric, man. Tough runner, got great vision, just tough as hell, man. I love that dude since the day he stepped in here. He's always been himself, and I think the locker room just, you know, feeds him. Just feeds off his energy, and just the guys around him, man, it's just awesome.
He plays like a vet. He's running downhill. He runs behind his pads, and you know, for us, you know, just looking at him, or like defense looking at him do his thing on offense, man, he's got a long career. So I'm just happy, you know, he's on my team, and man, he's just getting started.
I can make plays with my name. It's called. Obviously, I got a lot of work to do. Like. Got a lot of work to do, but I feel like it's just the beginning. I still feel like I got a lot more I want to show.
And what's that famous Reggie Jackson quote? The straw that stirs the drink. His name in Washington is Jayden Daniels. Having the quarterback back on the field gave Washington's offense the boost they needed.
I think he just has an X factor about him on the 3rd and 4th downs that, you know, he can go create and make some plays. The field post, honestly, the last play, I thought he threw a fantastic pass to Debo. So he has those spaces in him. It was great to get him back out. It was going to be hard to keep him out tonight.
Man, 5 is a leader. He's a dog competitor, but he's been wanting to play. As y'all can see today, that dude was like throwing the ball on the run and just laughing, bro. He's like he's at practice.
You saw what he did today. Man, like what he can do, it's truly special, and that's the biggest importance. We got to be a cleaner pocket for him, and you know, we got to eliminate the pressures for sure.
Jayden had been down for the last 2 weeks, and you know, for him to get out there and knock some of those cobwebs off and just play like the guy that we know he can play, and you know, he's aggressive too. Offensive play calls were aggressive.
That means a lot. I dreamt of moments like this to be able to play in front of my family back in my hometown. Whether that was here or wherever else I was blessed enough to get drafted to. So for my first return game back to be at home, it means a lot.
What a moment for Jaden Daniels. What a moment for this Washington Commanders team. Momentum is a really powerful thing in sports, and you saw the momentum shift in this game with that Quan Martin forced fumble, and you wonder if that's the momentum shift this team needs for their season. The offense finally got in that rhythm. They were able to get to the tempo they like. Jaden looked poised, in control. They ran the ball really well. It's just one game, and they play 17, but this one felt very important. All right, let's get into what I'm hearing, brought to you by Door Pro America, the QB Speak edition. Let's let Jaden explain just how important Sunday was for him.
Here's the snap to Daniels, who throws it up to the back of the end zone. He's got a wide open man, and Jaden Daniels! Touchdown! Touchdown, Washington!
It means a lot. First game back after a couple of weeks off, and to be in my hometown, I mean, you can't write up a better story. Just focused in on the little things. We ran the ball really well. O-line gave me some time to make some throws, and guys stepped up and made some big plays.
Torrey again. Here's a snap to Herbert, looking left, scans back to the right, pumps, throws, over the middle, connects with Quentin Johnson, and the ball is out. The ball is out, and Washington's recovered it.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of feed off those little things. Defense helped us out, obviously getting that turnover, allowing us to go down and score. And obviously, it's better to be down 10-7 than 10-0. The kid runs hard, and he makes plays. I mean, he runs hard, and he's smart, and he's going to do whatever it takes to help win the football game.
Out to the 50, 45-40, 35-30, ducks under 2 Chargers to get extra yardage.
We have a standard that's set, and obviously starts from DQ, and Bobby is well respected on this team and throughout this league, and, you know, me being the quarterback, I'm respected too. So sometimes you can't just be all cool and calm. Sometimes you got to be a little fired up to get guys going.
Here's the snap. Second chance. Can they take advantage of it? A lot of time. Shot down the center of the field. Looking for Luke McCaffrey. He makes the catch.
Yeah, man, the work that he puts in day and day out, he deserves all the plays that he made because he put in the work. I dreamt of moments like this to be able to play in front of my family back in my hometown. whether I was here or wherever else I was blessed enough to get drafted to. So for my first return game back to be at home, it means a lot. Just got to hone in on the little things week in and week out, because every week's a new week. So we can use the momentum, but at the end of the day, we still got to focus on the little things. Feel great. Happy we got the win. It's a really good team. I mean, at the end of the day, 3-2 is different than 2-3, but it's a long season.
Two things worth pointing out with Jayden Daniels. There was a lot of consternation that, is he really healthy? Should he really be playing? I think he answered those questions. And two, I think it's really important to highlight that Jayden Daniels in this game did protect himself. He had one really clean slide, but throughout, he didn't show that need to try to get extra yards on every snap. He talked about last week, listen, I got to balance this, that I got to be smart about where I'm at physically. I got to be smart for the long haul. But if the game is in the balance, I'm going all out. Well, good news, Jayden. The game was never in the balance because you guys scored 27 unanswered. So you didn't have to go all out late in the game. I was really impressed by Daniels, his poise, but also the understanding, hey, I might not be fully 100%. I got to take care of my body. Very, very smart. Now let's get into what they're saying. Head coach Dan Quinn, the Commanders really needed a win. He did not like the team's energy in Atlanta. What about today, Coach?
Going into it, when I looked up and I said 10-0, I said, but it felt different. Our energy, our speed, although it was down, I didn't feel the same. We dug ourselves a hole with some self-inflicted wounds. We had another foul on a kickoff return. So those are the things I wanted to get corrected, and I spoke to the team about at halftime.
And that's what we've been needing, for away games and home games, so it's always good.
I felt like we was at a home game today. The fans brought it out today. And, we appreciate making this our home, came in here and made it feel like, we at our home.
So we got to shout out the fans that did pull out here, man. It was nice to see so many of us out here, which it always is, man. But to hear those defense chants, we down on the goal line and Mikey gets the pick, that was huge, man. So, we never out here by ourselves, right? And so, but on the road, definitely, that's a boost of confidence for sure.
Coming up as All Ears rolls on, the Vaughn and Quan Show.
Hey Quan, what? That was Wednesday. You had 3 interceptions at practice.
Von Miller explains why Quan Martin's practice habits made the difference on Sunday. And later, mail call. Your questions, our answers when we open up the mailbag. That's coming up on All Ears. What else are you gonna watch?
This is All Ears with JP Finlay.
We're just out here enjoying this California weather. It's hard to argue with this. Probably 65 degrees standing outside of SoFi Stadium. Nice little lake, waterfall. We got it all. Jalen Lane only had 1 catch in this game, but it was a big one. It was for a first down early in the game when Washington was trying to build that momentum. I got to catch up with the rookie wide receiver after the game.
Second and long here, 2nd and 11. People moving behind Daniels, and he has time. He looks for Jalen Lane, and it's just not a connection there.
Another kind of sluggish start, and then everything starts to click. What changed for your offense?
Yeah, we just had to start making plays. We knew it was going to be, kind of a dogfight, and, they came out hot. And, we just had to withstand that first blow. And then, once we started making plays and got it going, that's when, the running game started picking up, pass game started picking up, and we started making plays.
Another guy from your rookie class, what do you think of Bill's performance?
First 100-yard game, first of many coming for him. I'm proud of him. He put in a lot of work, and, it just shows a testament to his hard work.
What's the lift you get, as good as Marcus was, just getting Jayden back out there?
Yeah, like I said, it's not many people on this earth that can do what I can do. So having him back out there is a big boost for the whole team. That was a big play, great ball by Jay, and big time catch.
Really impressive game for Lane, really impressive start to the season, really impressive start to his career. But let's be clear, the most important play in this game, the play that turned everything around, was Quan Martin's forced fumble on Quentin Johnston. And when we were talking with veteran pass rusher Von Miller, he revealed, listen, Quan's been doing that in practice so often that the rest of his defensive teammates were almost expecting Quan to make a big play in this game. Let's get to the Von and Quan show.
Here's a snap to Herbert, looking left, scans back to the right, pumps, throws, over the middle, connects with Quentin Johnson, and the ball is out.
I mean, that's where it started for us. They were going in getting ready to at least get a field goal. They were getting ready to push it to at least 13, maybe even 17-0. So good play ball. I think that was Quan. And you know the crazy thing, Quan, he had a hell of a week in practice. Hey Quan, what that was Wednesday. You had 3 interceptions at practice. Thursday, he had 3. He had 3 turnovers in practice, and I know, our coach is going to be proud of that. You practice how you play how you practice.
Yeah, man, I think, when you have a practice like that, you just feel good about the ball, feel good about the opportunities you're going to have. And, however it comes, you just got to make a play, and that's what I did. Don't know where the play going to come from. Somebody just got to change the game. And, I had the opportunity to make a play, and I did. And I think we just rode off that momentum for the whole game. We talked about it all week, 2+ turnovers. We worked it all week in practice, just getting the ball out. However it happened, it's going to happen. So guys just playing hard, running to the ball, and talk about tips and overthrows, forced fumbles, all that, however it comes.
Camera today had 2 turnovers. One really changed the tide for us with that fumble recovery, forced fumble recovery, and another one right down the goal line where they're getting ready to go score. So good team win, man. I know guys are going to be proud of that. Make the play and do backflips on the way home.
Von Miller also had 2 sacks in this game. Don't forget that. Good pressure. He and Dorrance Armstrong with a pair of sacks in this game. The Quan play was huge. You do practice how you play. When we come back, mailbag time. Your questions, my answers. Don't go anywhere. We're back, and it's mailbag time, baby. I send out a tweet. You respond to it. It's a really pretty simple concept, except we're doing it live outside of SoFi Stadium off my phone. Let's get right to it. What's our first question for the mailbag? This is from Jensen Gore asking, Zach Ertz has been really quiet since the Packers game. Signs of age showing? Are they starting to give Sennett more snaps, or just game flow didn't get him looks? I don't think it's age. The way Zach Ertz works, we watch him in practice. I mean, the guy seems ageless. His get off at the snap is still faster than the other tight ends on the roster. I think it's just game flow, and honestly, I think defenses are trying to stop Ertz because they know it's a real safety valve for Jayden Daniels. Plus, Jacory Croskey-Merritt, Bill showed a lot in the pass game today. Some of those looks might have gone to Ertz. Let's get to our next question, shall we? This is my guy Nick Chappell asks, is the running back by committee over and Bill RB1 going forward? Nick, I'll be honest. I don't know that answer, but I know what it should be. It should be Bill as your RB1 going forward. McNichols is a good player. Chris Rodriguez is a good player. But what Bill shows is a flash, vision, and jump cuts that the other guys can't replicate. He has another gear that I think C-Rod or McNichols can't quite get to. I think we're going to continue to see more of Bill. The only question, remember, he did have that fumble today, but they showed trust in him. He got the reps the next time Washington had their next drive. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's get to our third question. This is Matt Schutz. Is the defense better, or is Justin Herbert experiencing a slump with back-to-back bad losses? Early on in this thing, the defense was not very good, and even in the second half, the defense was giving up a lot of passing yards. Herbert did a really good job of finding the soft spots in that zone coverage, but I do think defensively, the best way for Washington to play is as a big play defense. Try to generate turnovers, try to generate pressures, and let the offense do the work. They did that from the second quarter on in this, and that's probably their path to victories. So the defense performed better today than it did in Atlanta, for sure. I'm not counting Justin Herbert out quite yet. All right, our last question, I believe, is from my friend Drew Cohen. What's the coolest thing I saw in SoFi? SoFi is an incredible stadium. You're somehow simultaneously indoors and outdoors at the same time. But keep in mind, SoFi only works with the indoor-outdoor element because of the Southern California weather. Nobody wants to be half indoors, half outdoors in D.C. in February. So SoFi is kind of a unique situation. One thing SoFi does very well from a media perspective, they have a ton of elevators that'll get you up to the press box. Build the elevators at RFK. Nobody go anywhere. When we come back, we got to check in on the bets. Could super producer Bakari finally win one? Probably not, honestly. Stay watching. We are back, all ears from Los Angeles. Time for the weekend line. Let's look at the bets. If you took the Commanders in this one, you were a big old winner. Washington was a plus 2.5 point underdog in this thing. They won by 17 outright. Now, if you took the over, that did not get home. 27-10. Chargers just did not get their side of the ball done if you took the over, but the under was a winner. And Bakari's prop, first Washington drive, a touchdown. That did not hit. Early on in this game, it was ugly. 3 and outs. punts, Tress Way. You never want to see Tress Way out there more than you do Jayden Daniels, and that was kind of the case early on in this thing, but they turned it around. I can't say enough about the guts Washington showed, down 10-0 on the road, and Quan Martin just makes an absolutely huge play for this team. He deserves a ton of credit. That's a young man that puts the work in. You heard Von Miller talk about it. If you bet on Washington, though, that's a big old winner. Maybe you buy some chicken wings tomorrow or something. Enjoy Monday Night Football. This was a win Washington had to have. You look around the NFL, both unbeaten teams, the Eagles and the Bills, go down. You watched the Bills lose to the Patriots earlier here on NBC4. Washington now at 3-2. Remember, they get the extra day of rest next week with the Bears coming in for Monday Night Football. Could that mean Terry McLaurin is out on the field for Monday Night Football? There was one play when Jayden Daniels fired into the corner of the end zone, and there was a diving receiver that was unable to make that catch. That receiver was Chris Moore. I bet if 17 is the one diving for that catch, it's 6. But here's what happens. Deebo Samuel gets to enjoy a win at SoFi Stadium, and Jayden Daniels gets to enjoy his pro debut in LA, and he wins. Thanks for watching.